Hello everyone, welcome on back to Moss Valley. Alright, so, well, we're only going to be in January for a short little bit. We're just going to be selling bread today and that's it. There is not a ton going on. Obviously it is the winter months, so it's kind of the slower period of time. Looks like the best place is Ridgeway Goods, but the Great Merchant is really close and it's a very, very similar price. So I think I'm going to go there instead. I'm not sure where that other place is. Probably somewhere, I don't know, way from here. Oh, Ridgeway Goods. It's literally basically as far down as you can go. And this is just across the road. So seems like a fairly good idea just to do that instead. Then we'll likely be going to March or April, one of the 2 months. Because it's going to be starting planting time then. So we will be getting a planter and... Nice, 87 grand. Obviously there's no environmental score bonus because our environmental score is very, very bad. So... But yeah, we'll be getting this back to the farm real quick, and we'll probably just skip to March. I think that's when both of the crops that I wanted to plant were ready to plant. Let's see, yeah, sorghum and soybeans were the two that I was wanting to plant. And sorghum was going to go in the slightly smaller field 33, and then 34 would be soybeans. I'm not sure if, like, yeah, soil type, I mean, it really doesn't matter. We only have a month apiece to get each planted, so we will be, like, as soon as we can, we'll be getting the planter in and getting it planted. Which does remind me, I think we'll be selling the cedar that we started with. And I'm going to grab a upgrade for this, which should bring it to just over 300 horsepower. I'll probably get a front weight if we don't have one, which... I don't think we have a front weight. I'd have to check. And that should get it so we can hopefully pull the planter I was hoping to do, hoping to use. Because it is a much wider drill than what we start with. Much, much wider. I think we start with like a 6 meter and it's like a 15 meter or something like that. It's a really nice mod. So... it's basically just a multi-fruit version of a base game one. And for some reason it says it uses less horsepower. I've never understood that one either, so take that as you will. And likely in the same month I'll just have like a worker do mowing or something like that. I'm going to get this in here. It's far cheaper obviously to get this upgraded versus buying a new tractor, so I'll manage to just repair it since it's here. Oh, we already have 260 horse. Actually, we start with a bigger tractor. Unfortunately, that does not mean we get a deal for the 300 horsepower. 31 grand. It should hopefully allow us to pull the planter. Like I said, hopefully. Yeah, we should just be going, what, March? I don't think there's really any reason to stop before that. Obviously, if I go to next month and there's a bunch of bread done or something and it's still a really good price, maybe. Although it seems to be kind of on the decline right now, so... kind of doubt we would see that, unfortunately. I did forget to take a stop to sell eggs. I did forget to do that. Thankfully, it's 8 grand. It's not like it's going to be a ton of money, but still, feature reference. I got to make sure I stop so I can actually sell that next time, next year. More likely next year we'll have more things just in general to sell in the winter. I would imagine, at least. Well... we probably wouldn't have bread. We would have bread. Yeah. We just we wouldn't be producing any more bread. Because the sorghum, like I brought up last time, obviously that video is not out yet as of recording. But, you know, the option of either pigs or horses was kind of the options that I presented. Because, well, pigs, I've never done pigs. I've never done them. And horses I've done once. Yeah, that's a pretty good declining price there. It's obviously like whatever people would want to see is kind of what it's up to. I know not everyone likes to see horses, because there is obviously quite a bit of work that goes into them. But, I mean, pigs, obviously you gotta make sure you get all the different foods. So, neither are perfect in their own way. So I did confirm sorghum is basically just oats. It's the same category for horses, so I really should just put a I should have put a tractor or something at the sleeping point. We'll be going to March, or is it April? April. Wow, I thought that's a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be. Now, we do have a very short, minimal window to get these crops in. A month apiece for planting. And then for harvest, we're going to have, what, a month? So, we got to make sure we're on it, on our game. Because, well, it's mainly next month. I think this month we shouldn't have much of an issue getting... I went the wrong way. Getting the sorghum in, because it's the smaller field. Soybeans, I don't know. That is a massive field. And then obviously, I'm pretty sure, I am not 100% sure, it's been a while since I've used seasonal growth. As far as I'm aware, it should... Even if we planted in May, it should be ready in October. As far as I know. Same thing, you know, here, if we planted in April, it should still be ready in August. It shouldn't be ready in July. You know, it's just, as far as I know, that's how it is for seasonal growth. Because I would really not like it if I plant soybeans in May and then they have to be done and harvested in November. That would give me such a small window. It would be tough to do. So I will be hoping that's how it is. As far as I know, it is 99% chance that we'll obviously get everything done. And if I am made aware that no, that's not how it works, then yeah, I will make sure it gets done in that month. Whether that is doing multiple videos in the same month or what. You know, I'll do what I gotta do. I don't think we have a use for this. As much as I do like the classic John Deere look. There we go. I was like, where's the standard? That's the John Deere I know, the classic. Well, more so like the 40 series is what I would know, but yeah. Let's grab this. We'll grab the cedar. And then we'll grab... Oh, we'll go to the store, we can get it sold, and then we'll... What? Is he okay? Are you okay? Okay, he is breathing. I've never seen that before. You know, generally speaking, the animals kind of just always stand up, and he's laying on his side. I've never seen that. We can get this sold. It should be a fairly good amount of money still. Yeah. So, $105,000 easily will afford us the upgrade. Planter. Yeah, we'd want the realistic version. And honestly, this is going to be tough to bring down the road. I just thought of that. This is not going to be fun going down the road. Rear hitch, no. So $172,000. We can buy seeds and everything on the farm, so I'm not going to obviously buy that now. This will be just like bringing the header and the combine down the road. You're just thankful for the hedges not having collisions. Alright, well, I got the weight. It's just one of the class weights. Oh, and I crashed. And I painted it with the New Holland color because I figured it would look best with the New Holland that way, and hopefully the blue would kind of stick out a little bit. That's the hope, at least. Now we can buy liquid fertilizer over here, and we should be able to buy seeds at our own. So let's buy some fertilizer. Probably not that much. That's some really cheap liquid fertilizer. Buy 5,000 liters, why not? Then we'll buy some seeds. Buy 5,000 liters of seeds. That should put us pretty good for a while, I would imagine, at least. And I need to get this going on mowing, because that field should be all ready to go for that. Like I said, we will have to try to make sure we get it fertilized in between next time. As far as I know, that is different this time around. And I know, like, base game, it always would give you one layer of it, basically, when you cut grass. Alright, so, of course, I think last time I did this, too, I had to back in here. Seems to be the best way. And I'll just let a worker kind of do their thing. Hopefully they don't crash or do anything not very bright. Alright, so we'll get this filled up if we can. You know, that's the one thing that's always tough with this drill, I have found at least. Probably helps if I would switch to it. Well, that is not a good sign. I cannot get it to actually pick it up at all. Yeah, I built a pit basically there, and it is not wanting to do it at all, so we will just flatten that up a little bit and yeah, figure it out later, I guess. I gotta get to planting. So what I'll do is I'll buy some here. I know it seems like a waste, but I would assume a sprayer might be able to actually pick it up from there. And with that, just seeing if there's anything else that's like could possibly kind of tell me where things are. Yeah, I would imagine the sprayer itself would work. If that does not want to work, then I don't know. More than likely what will happen is, as long as the sprayer can work, I can put the liquid fertilizer into here instead. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I know this has worked, so if this doesn't work, then we really got problems. Hey, look at that. Filled it up right away. Yeah, that, I don't know. Clearly, it is a little bit not quite right. I'm not saying it's with the map or is it with that, or maybe the height isn't quite right. Something isn't quite how it should be. I'm not sure what it is. Obviously, like I said, could be numerous things. But I know in the past I have seen it where things are just too low. They're for some reason set too low, and you can make a divot into the ground and it works fine. This didn't seem like that was the issue, at least. Just glancing through here again, if I see something, that'd possibly tell me something, but I do not see anything. So yeah, I will have to look into that, or try it with the sprayer. I think that's what'll have to happen, which is kind of unfortunate. Obviously I was hoping to use that, but I know with the sprayer I should be able to pick it up and then put it into the other one, and that should, in theory, I would think at least, kind of take away my issue. Because then I can just put it into the other one, and it's like, well, I don't have to give myself money or something. But if it doesn't load for that either, then I can just, I'll just give myself the little bit of money that is clearly not wanting to, the product, I can't take my product, so I probably should have the money back. But obviously if I can at least get it and then move it over or something, then we'll do that. But the worst case scenario, and most importantly, this is pulling it pretty good, which is good to see. I don't know if we'll need to fill up on anything in the middle, but we'll see as we kind of go. Yeah, I will. That is a really light texture, but the drill, it's a lot lighter than normal it looks. But I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done. Well, we're just about done with the sorghum planting. Did not take that long. It really did not. So I was kind of surprised, honestly. I figured it would take a lot longer to do, well, a fairly sizable field. So I will get this dropped over here, and I'm going to grab the fertilizer spreader. I'm just going to see if we can grab from there, from the small liquid fertilizer tank via that, at least. Just out of curiosity. We have a little bit of time to try it, so. Alright, so let's try this. It is not looking good. What's the liter capacity on this? The liter amount? this sprayer. We have this one. Yeah. 3360. How much did we buy? 5,000 liters? Yes. Alright, well, I'm gonna hop into this, and far as I know, I should be able to fill this up. We'll do 2,500 each time. I just put liquid lime in here. Wrong thing. Wrong thing. Empty it. Liquid fertilizer is what we're looking for. If you're wondering what liquid lime is, it's a mod. Honestly, I'm not... I considered using it, but it really wouldn't go that far. We wouldn't have enough capacity. Now I will just dump the liquid fertilizer into here. I'll do it again. And then, instead of giving myself money, I just gave myself the product. I'm not quite sure why that doesn't seem to want to work. Maybe the trigger is on a different side. I don't know. But this is my solution for the time being. This way I don't have to do anything extra to try to figure it out. I don't know where it would be, where the trigger is, at least. So we have it now, so we don't have to worry about it. Obviously, if somebody comments, hey, this is how you take it out of there or something, then I will be more than happy to either take the liter amount away or whatnot. Which actually, I might be able to clear it. I might be able to clear this out. I think. If I go over here, I think I can go into one of these. Production point, current trigger. Which does not show I'm on. I know there's a way to do it. Not quite sure how. Can I do it in here? That is a negative. So, yeah, I'll have to try to figure that out, I guess. Otherwise, it's not a big deal if it's just sitting in there, because I can't take it out anyways. This really doesn't help me, because I need the current trigger to empty. But, I mean, I can't really take out of it, so it's really not a huge deal. It's just going to show that we have 5,000 liters that we can't really do much with. So, anyways, that is about everything for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.